Welcome back, Demon Hunters, to Chaos Gate. We are about to research the tome needed to be able to fight the Blue Pox Great Unclean One, and this is the big tell for the game. Are all of the bosses going to be unique encounters with their own mechanics, or are they going to be copy and pasted material?
I hear whispers, the sibilant murmurs of demon kind, taunting me.
Guidance. Turn off your audio receptors. We cannot risk demonic infestation on the edict.
They are mere words, Dominus. Ah, Commander. I have attuned the codex once more. This Reaper can't hide from us now.
Excellent. I will inform Ektar. We must ready our forces.
We will be ready.
Valkyria's looking rougher and rougher in every one of these cutscenes, and I'm very worried about the toll finding all of these greater unclean ones is going to have on her. We have found Malathian the Harvester. New mission to hunt the Reaper. And his planet is all the way over here, guarded by a warp storm and a Death Guard frigate currently. He is the Reaper of the Mortis strain, and it is said he manipulates vile effigies of his enemies to weaken and destroy them. Well, we have narrowly dodged the frigate. Now we have the option. We could rush through the storm to be able to fight the battle, and that will take some damage on the ship, or we could wait for the storm to pass. This mission doesn't have an expiration date, but as long as we just sit here in all space, the other blue missions will pop up and pass, and we won't really have the opportunity to complete them if we are focused on fighting the Great Unclean One. I say we risk it and press on to battle.
Inquisitor, we have arrived at the designated planet. I sense something vile below.
For a certainty, my codex has revealed much. It is the Reaper of the Mortis strain, Malathian the Harvester.
That is a familiar name. I believe it was Grandmaster Warhammer who faced a demon by that name centuries past.
Oh? How did he fare?
The Grand Master was victorious and fell.
We must not underestimate its power. Commander, let us deploy our squads and begin the hunt below.
So this Great Unclean One was able to defeat a previous Grand Master from ages past. Alright, here's the team. No weak links allowed on this mission. We have our max level interceptor ready to carry us. We have our Purgator able to bring a lot of healing skulls along with the Apothecary. Both of them are kitted out to be able to have extra ammo on those types. And then we've got the Chaplain, who's just so durable. 8 passive armor. That's before he uses his Aegeus shield or anything. So the idea is that he's going to run right up to the Great Unclean One and go toe-to-toe, hopefully be able to survive while the other knights be able to keep off his minions and whatever unique encounters this boss fight is going to have. Our stratagems are a little scuffed because we're fighting in the warp storm. We only have access to one. So we're going to use Gate of Infinity, able to teleport all the knights together to a single visible location, and we can activate this twice in the battle. I've never found mobility to be useless, so that's why we're locking that in as our single stratagem. Oh, I'm getting hyped just looking at this loading screen. Here we go.
The wealth of the city.
Look at this guy.
I had hoped to have completed my works here before I was discovered. No matter, you are only a handful.
A mere one of my brothers would be enough to deal with you, Warp Spawn.
Such taunts come easy and high from a crayfish.
You should count yourself lucky, demon. If it were I facing you, your end here would not be swift.
Oh, truly? Perhaps I should make a game of it then. Let us see how long you can stand to watch your brother's agony from the safety of that perch of yours.
Alright, oh, look at this guy. Absolutely monstrous. He's got the alien thing, the mouth on the edge of the tongue. Let's see what he's got. Okay, I've been parsing through his abilities here. I'm not sure exactly the impact of some of these things. He revolves around summoning these different effigies that are going to have effects on us, and then he scales most of his abilities based on the number of lesser demons in the battlefield, and he can resurrect them and summon a new one. So we're going to want to try and keep his minion count as low as possible. The Purgator here, I feel like going for Astral Aim right out the gate. Let's see what our crit can knock off of him. He does have a chance to be able to regenerate these limbs that we damage, but his regeneration factor is also tied to the number of demons that have been summoned. So let's say disable Reaper's Call. That seems to be one of his core abilities, to be able to summon in new enemies. Take that out from the beginning and hopefully get off to a great start here. Oh, he's got like maggots in his guts. Get a supporting fire coming in from off screen. Fantastic.
Update. A blasphemous icon has been detected.
What?
This tower has been psychically linked to one of our Astartes.
Our training fortifies us against such psychic attacks.
Recommend adjusting targeting priorities.
Okay, so this is the effigy. The effigy spawns off here on the side of the map. It links to him. It gives him 10 armor, and then this one specifically called out that it will damage our knights. You lose a health every time you spend a willpower. So we can't use any of our fancy abilities here, and it is way off on the side. Well, fantastic. Let's start swinging the apothecary to the side. Be able to get some scouting information, though this heavy cover might block his line of sight. Ah, he also has little demon guards over here. Are we able to knock this statue over? We are. Well, let's drop it on the two of them. Seems pretty good. Throwing the statue down on the foul effigy. Oh, there's a third. And we hit him as well from out of the fog of war. Our apothecary is the luckiest man to have ever lived. So now we have better information on what's over here, and it's got 9 health left to be able to break it down. I don't know if I want to teleport right in there when I know that he has these demon guards. Maybe there's more right behind it. We could play a little conservatively and press up to here. It's not really that conservative, now that I think about it. Ah, there's the damage for having used a warp ability. We also got our action point back, which is a 50% trigger on our unit. We could go right in for destroying it, or we could look to whittle them down first. You know what we could do? We could actually go for doing both. We can throw the stun grenade onto this guy. So this little, it's like a mine. It looks weird, but it adds 3 stun to his counter. So now we can run up. We've got 2 action points left. This one will knock him down. We can inflict, sure, break off his melee weapon, but he's gonna die. We'll be able to score the execution here. That'll give action points to the entire team. Execution. This is why our interceptor is max level, because he carries the team so hard. Now I think we come up and just attack the effigy. We have a parry. Oh, this will finish it.
Well
Fantastic.
done, Commander. The mere existence of such idols offends the Emperor. Burn them all.
We will defile the heretical effigies. We have a parry chance on our sword. So even though we don't have a lot of durability on the interceptor himself, if this guy comes back, hopefully we parry and just block the melee attack that is incoming. Now, my guess is that he's going to be able to summon, his kit mentions 4 other effigies that will likely be as far away. So we might want to spread our knights out a little, anticipating his moves. Is he just going to be able to spawn another one right now if we make this attack? Does he have to wait a turn? Okay, we got the hobbled on him. So he's not able to bring it up immediately, thankfully. We'll send the chaplain on up. He has a chance to be able to inflict vulnerability. Hopefully we get it. It's a low chance, so I'm not going to cross my fingers, but there we go. It didn't come through. What is he doing now? Oh, he brought up another one. Is it like health check marks for him to be able to summon? So we do have another effigy. What does this one do? Effigy of Suffering. All knights suffer 2 damage per turn. Okay. Well, we want to be able to get rid of that as soon as possible. I would like to be able to throw the Purgator down here, but I know that he's got those little lesser demons guarding it. Okay, Apothecary runs back.
My blade is yours.
Purgator is the only one with actions remaining. I wish that I had a better position to be able to gain sight down there with these real heavy terrain. I could go a kind of sneaky way, try and come around. I don't know, I just want the sight. Let's go on up. How close are they to me? Aura of Suffering, taking away all of our health. Yuck. My guess is that I can't cleanse any of that either. I guess I haven't tried. The armor on the chaplain holds strong, though we are blinded. Please get a parry right here. We do. Fantastic. Here come the enemies.
Commander, I have analyzed the archives on Grandmaster Vermin's encounter with the demon.
What have you learned?
Is your will?
The beast appears to feed on the energy of its allies. It maintains an active psychic link with all of them.
Enough, Chess! I come and I bring death!
We'd be able to get the kill here, but we can also, because we broke off his melee weapon, we could just run away. Not very knightly thing to do, but does it matter? I think that we need to focus down this effigy absolutely as soon as possible, so we will teleport across, say hello to the chaplain, and leave that little lesser demon to do whatever he wants with his one arm and the rest of his life. Now this is kind of fun. We can make our range attack here to be able to gain the supporting fire out of the interceptor, who's just crossed over. I guess that animation is when we hit the stun. It doesn't have a stun counter, it's just a different animation. So that breaks the armor, and then we would be able to run at him. Oh, we even got our action point back because we crit. Okay, the range crit does matter. We got the action point back because of it. So now we can come in and wail on him a little. Ooh, we scored a crit. +5 damage. Afflict vulnerable or disable corrosive darkness? I'm not even sure what that ability is, but it feels like I should get rid of it. And then I should check what it is. Corrosive darkness. This is a target a knight at range 10 to deal 4 damage. Scales with the number of demons. Gains afflictions with active effigies. Afflict blinded. 100% 3 turns and ignore cover. So that's his range attack, is what I'm hearing. A psychic attack. I believe that's what it is, that range attack that he was hitting me with. But now it is gone. You can no longer spew your foulness into my visor. The interceptor can come up here. This means that next turn he's still going to be able to lend supporting fire to hit the demon. Purgator trying to navigate these very dangerous crypts. So we'll just put the shots right into this guy and then probably back up to be able to gain the support of the Apothecary that I have coming around on the flank. With these 2 attacks. Very close to just being able to eliminate him, but I don't want the Purgator getting caught. He has no armor to speak of. And the Apothecary can come up and around to here this round. We'll take that. And then do I make the attack or do I move back? I think we move back. We still have a good firing line right down that hallway. And I don't think it's going to cost us too much in terms of how quickly we're going to be able to destroy that effigy. But I do really want to get rid of it. It's so nasty. He just destroys everything.
Entropy return.
So gross. Alright, he's got his little one. Is he trying to take care of this little guy? Is that what he's doing? They caught up. We're able to put a little bit of damage onto the apothecary. It's not too bad. Now they mutate? Okay, well now he's going to be pretty dangerous.
Come on.
Still, I feel like we've got him on the ropes. I can't help but feel like we're doing well here. So let's line up this attack. Oh, I should have checked the ammunition on the interceptor. Okay, thank you. He had enough to be able to support. The supporting fire is interesting because it doesn't obey some of the rules of normal range attacks, but it does require ammunition. That I know. We'll send the chaplain right back at him. I mean, the chaplain seems to be doing great work. There's basically just him and the demon.
Such a wasteful distraction from my craft.
Okay, now the interceptor's magazine is spent. That's fine. We're going for the effigy. Can we can actually jump past the demons here to be able to arrive a little sooner. I'll take that. We'll come across. And then are we able to... it still costs 2 action points to be able to come in here. I could expend Hammer Hand to be able to get a guaranteed crit, and then you get the +5 damage. That would let me break it down this turn. It's tough because I know that if it survives, it'll do 2 damage to all of my knights. But I also don't want to spend all of my willpower because my interceptor needs to be able to use willpower to teleport. I'm gonna do it. I've talked around in circles, but I'm just gonna do it. Damage. And again. Busted up.
Terminated.
Fantastic.
Unleash me. Yes, Commander.
Can the apothecary cut his own way out of here? I'm not even sure he can. So we can try. The thing is that they've got the parry, the auto block mechanic. Oh, we'll see what he can do. Yep, it's parried. Great. Hit him again. I want a crit to be able to cut off his sword. I could go for the crit, or I could play a just shield to be able to armor up. Let's play for the crit. Unlucky. The Purgator can come around to help out if we... Wow, this guy hiding here is impossible to reach. They're all in 1 action point. I can't get to them. Okay, here's what we'll do. My apology to the apothecary. You get a heal from the Purgator, and then the Purgator's gonna go shoot the demon. He's tired of these guys hiding in cover. The demon, much easier target. Guaranteed to be able to hit this fatso. It's not a lot of damage, but every little bit helps. No, he's gonna bring up the next effigy. I thought I was gonna be able to get some more damage off. What does this one do? The Effigy of Death. Active abilities. Aura of Death. All knights die when their health is reduced to 0, and the enemy gains 10 armor. Okay, all knights die when their health reaches 0. I mean, isn't that... Okay, what is it doing? I had to think about it for a second because it seemed like it was just stating the obvious. What it's doing is it is bypassing the critical wound system. This means that all of our characters are in a permadeath situation. Normally, if they hit 0, they just get a critical wound and they can actually get back up this battle or be revived for a future battle. Here, if they die, they just die. And this is my A team, so I'd be loath to lose anyone. Chaplain's still standing strong like a champ. No, he's still at the range attack. I thought I disabled that. Maybe he regenerated. And this little guy, after he had his arm cut off, he's gone on quite the adventure. Hobbled, drained. Yuck. And the guy gains health. Okay, the apothecary's in trouble here. Blinded. He's got support from these little ones. I don't know, I'm feeling like, are we just wasting too much time going out to clear these? I guess the thing is, I don't know if he summons them at health checkpoints or if he can only have one up at a time. If he's only allowed to have one up at a time, then we could just be focusing on him and cutting through that health. Then we don't have to worry about spending all these turns running around. But if he can eventually stack all of them, I can see where that would be overwhelming. I kind of hate to do it, but I think that we have to help out the apothecary here. We'll teleport into this little alleyway. Come on, find me my angle. Pop in right here. Then reload to be able to gain supporting fire.
I have sanctified my rounds.
With supporting fire up, hopefully we can just cut him down. We can put in this damage. This also bypasses their parry chance, being able to rely on the range attacks. Okay, we gotta go for a reload, sure. And before you do anything, you should heal yourself. That doesn't cost an action point, but it cannot be activated if you have spent all your action points. And then one more range attack over here. That kills. I mean, either one kills. Can I kill with a melee? I cannot.
Shown to the unworthy.
This guy's gonna live at 1 health, unless I crit. Come on. He survives. Great. Purgator reloads, runs up to this position, makes his attack here to be able to eliminate the little demon. I mean, this guy's got his arm cut off. What's he gonna do to me? He's gonna be able to drain. He's gonna be able to apply some kind of affliction. But that's it. The only one that I am worried about is purged. But I mean, I can't just purify that away. Maybe we just let him go. All right, I feel like I'm really working my tactics brain here. Palamedes moves to here. That puts him in range for a brief moment for the heal out of the Purgator. The skull goes over, it heals him up. Then he's going to be able to dive onto the demon. I want him to go first because he has a chance of applying vulnerability before the Purgator makes his attack run. We move up here, we make the attack. One more to go. Unfortunately, no vulnerability, but it's worth a try. Now we've got one more action remaining. We could go for a crit. Right? Astral aim. Yeah. What would this give us? I could take... I mean, I could have guaranteed the vulnerability. And he has so far regenerated both Reaper's Call and Corrosive Darkness. Alright, so his regen factor is really kicking in here. We should probably be trying for these crits a lot more often. Let's try and break down Corrosive Darkness first. And then next round we'll open up with another attack. The thing is that his regeneration factor amps up significantly for all the lesser demons that are in play. And right now I believe there are 3. Actually 4, because I was discounting the one with his arm cut off. He is still alive. And here he is trying... What's he doing? No.
Commander, I sense a surge in the walk below. Banish
Oh yes, parried. Hobbled. Drained. Oh no. Don't drain them, then I can't use my battlefield healing off of the apothecary. Now they all have draining blades. Okay. Just as I was lamenting that, it's as though the game can hear my mic. We give the kill to the apothecary to be able to gain back the willpower. And we're parried. My action efficiency, no. We get the kill. I want to purge this guy before he appears. Yes. And I'll use the apothecary, even though it kind of pulls him out of fighting for a while. Like I said, we want to open up Astral Aim here before I forget. Disable Reaper's Call, please. We get 7 damage on this ranged crit. That's really good. Then, we just gotta kill this guy.
Titan.
He's not much of a danger, but I mean, he's in range of the chaplain to try and disrupt. I don't want that happening anymore. Send the chaplain back on in. Got the enemy down to 60. That's half health. Half health if anybody's counting. And we apply vulnerable. Okay, Purgatory gets a little bit of a damage bonus here. Now, is it worth going all in on the vulnerable? But here he's able to bring up yet another effigy. Okay, so he can have multiple up at once. They appear at a breakdown of health points. What does this one do? Effigy of Infirmary. All Knight's heal abilities are reduced to 0. And now he gains an additional plus 10 armor. Okay. Okay, so we should have been going to try and clear out the other one. Clearly we have made a grave mistake. I do have my interceptor to be able to press on toward that part of the map. Now the thing is, we left it a few turns trying to see the silver lining here. It means that the Guardian demons were already moving this direction away from the effigy. It's not a lot, but it's a little, and every little bit counts right now. Do I want to teleport and spend my willpower? Well, there's also the question of which one do I want to clear out. This one just means that if we suffer a critical injury, we die. This one means we can't heal. The combo of them together is really bad for us, but I feel like this one is worse. It's also farther away. Alright, we'll just run up and see if we can make a teleporting play later. My poor chaplain. And I can't heal him anymore. Right now, he's got 20 armor. I don't feel like it's productive to make attacks against him. So let's go all forces towards clearing out the effigy. That means we can use teleport here. Be able to kind of blink past these little guards. We'll go up this way. Yep. Give me my vision. Here's the additional guards that came from that specific effigy. And then we can run up to here. Now here's the thing. I have the stratagem to be able to reposition the entire team. Is this the time? My Purgator could use Astral Aim. Try and crit him to knock something off of him. But I don't know how bad that really is. We should save our willpower more likely. Let's use the stratagem. Gate of Infinity opens up. Drops us... oh, I don't know. It has to be a visible location. Right here. Right behind the effigy. Full team, regrouped. We can kill it, heal up, and then re-engage. That's my idea. Also, we've got these enemies that are just kind of sitting ducks right now.
For the Emperor.
Purgator can make his attack just to knock it down, especially with supporting fire coming in. That feels good. One more. And it's down. So now healing is back on the table. Excellent. We need a reload right here. We also need a lot of healing onto the chaplain. We can use this as kind of our mid-battle reset. He's going to regenerate everything, but that's okay. Battlefield Medicine onto the chaplain. Oh, yes, he's back up. All right, we got him back. Let's see what the Great Unclean One is capable of doing. Just knocks it all over. What does he do if he has to close the gap with us? He can actually move pretty far. I don't know exactly what all his animations do. I don't know what he did there. This guy makes his attack, drains the chaplain, that's fine. The armor on the chaplain still holds strong. Cannot deny the value of getting 8 regenerating armor every round. And now they gain mutations, additional armor for them, and additional melee damage.
Unleash me.
Nothing the Purgator can't get through. So who do I want to give the kills to?
I am here to
Who needs willpower?
your command.
The Interceptor actually needs it. But will just barely survive here. Okay, we'll send the Apothecary up. He gets the attack. That weakens the enemy.
Your orders?
All to be able to intentionally give the kill to the Interceptor. Not the best action efficiency, but I want the willpower back on him to be able to teleport once again. So there, he got the willpower up. Now do we go straight for the next effigy? I feel like we do. Unfortunately, we don't have vision out here to be able to teleport very far. So maybe I need to take an action to move this way. That gives me better sight line for the teleport. Now the teleport can reach the full distance. And the enemies that were guarding it are still like off in the middle of the map. Ah, yes, we gain the action point back as well. Okay, so we'll run up. Back with this little squad, we have one more enemy that needs to be dealt with.
My blade is yours.
Who's the one to do it? This kill I would actually like to be able to give to the Apothecary. He's got 2 actions remaining. He can come up for 1. Yeah, let's go for disabling, actually the stun. Can I get an execution? I would love that. Be able to get some more action efficiency.
Yes, Commander.
But I'm gonna need to crit another time, I think, to be able to get it off. It can happen. He's vulnerable now, it's not gonna happen.
Yes, Commander. Standing ready.
You know what? We'll give the kill to the... Oh no, the Purgator doesn't take it. Alright, the Chaplain gets it. His weapon just does more damage than everybody else. Now we run up with the Purgator, and even though it will just hit his armor, we'll Astral Aim and try and disable the Reaper's Call. I should also check just to make sure that I understand what the Reaper's Call is doing. Be able to make the decisions on what the best thing is to be able to remove from his kit. So Reaper's Call, he creates 2 resurrection emblems. Ah, that is the resurrection mechanic. It's not super dangerous for us, but at the same time, it's keeping his horde of lesser demons topped up, which gives him a better regeneration factor. So it's good to be able to break off, try and control their numbers. He's down to 44 health, and he's coming right for us. He's gonna hit the Apothecary. No! He's restoring himself. He has a regenerator factor. The previous Great Unclean One I fought had to sacrifice his Nurglings to be able to regenerate. I'd kind of like that to be a recurring mechanic. The Apothecary got thrown all the way back here. Okay, at least he's fairly healthy. Let's try and knock down this effigy before we make any attacks. We can come up here. Do I use Force Strike? I don't have the willpower to be able to use Hammer Hand. And I have to be able to get through... Oh good, we got the crit. Thank goodness. Then we can still just finish it off here.
You have been judged.
Unfortunately the effigies don't give willpower back. That's disappointing. I think we can take a big turn against him here. Astral Aim, right at him. Disable Corrosive Darkness or Inflict Vulnerable. Let's play the slow game. Disable Corrosive Darkness. No extra actions for you.
repugnant little things! I'll gnaw on your eyes and harvest your souls!
We got him mad now. Alright, Chaplain, get on in there. Inflict your own stat of vulnerability. It'll make up for me not taking it on the previous crit. Attack again. 24 health.
This trespass does not go unanswered. Taste the essence of the Morbus.
A crisis ability activates Reaper's Call and summons the effigy of death, effigy of infirmary, and effigy of despair. He gets all three at once now? I'm hearing that right? Oh no.
The Tech Priest is right. Destroy these foul effigies before they can do more harm.
Okay. Okay. So we're back in the lock of Death and Infirmary. That means we can no longer heal, and if we take a critical wound, we just die. What was the other one he summoned? He summoned this one? This one dealt damage when you used willpower. Well, most of my willpower is tapped out, so haha, joke's on you. It is providing him armor, though. And at 30 armor, it's going to be very hard to rush him down with these standing. Now, they did just pop up right back in front of me. I can make this attack. We didn't move him. Thank goodness. Okay, so we get a little bit of damage here. This one. Let's tear it down. Oh, we get the crit here. Alright, Apothecary, do your work. This is the one preventing you from being able to support your teammates. Raise it to the ground.
What is your will?
Purgator, drop it. The Apothecary's damage, it wasn't quite doing it. The Apothecary does more damage against organic life forms. Now healing is back up. And they're trying to resurrect the two demons that we killed right in front of us.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. If that is the case, then I would like to purge this one for one action point. And we'll bring the Apothecary around for the other one. It does line us up for an attack from the big guy. But I don't want these just reappearing. You're telling me that you cannot purge this one for some reason? No? Sometimes it's buggy with being able to interact with these. It must feel like it has to stand where the Chaplain is standing, even though there's no terrain reason for that to be the case. So we'll just take a reload. Reload and pass. Oh, I do still have the Purgator could go for it. Does he do it, or does he move back to be safe? If he does it, I mean, you're directly in the path of his attack. You could heal. You could heal. Go to full health. And then with full health and being purified, now you can purge it. Where the Apothecary was unable to come through, the Purgator is. But he's going to have this beautiful attack. I mean, we were asking for it. Yeah. His abdomen is shockingly flexible. Shocking and disgustingly flexible. Oh, he's got more piling on in. But this could finally be his undoing. Once we break this down, which we get the crit to be able to crack it immediately.
Foe destroyed, Commander.
I could teleport away from them once again. I love this. We teleport away. Do I have any rounds chambered? I do. Enough for one support fire. That's all I need. Purgator. At 17 health. You did okay there in that exchange. Line up your attack. The supporting fire comes in from the side. That breaks off his armor. Now we just have to find 24 damage. And we still have 1 attack from the Purgator once we reload here. Line it up. Make the attack. 20 health. Is this finally the end? Is it finally the end? The chaplain has to take 2 actions to be able to close. I think that's worth it. Versus firing all his shots at 4 damage, I can close and deal 7. Yes, it is slightly better. We also have the chance of inflicting vulnerable, which makes it yet better. Oh, here we go. Guarantee inflict vulnerable or +5 damage. It's just +5 damage. Yeah, because the apothecary is not going to be able to come in and do that much. Let's give the kill to the chaplain. I feel like he's earned it. Vanquish him! See how your grandfather handles your failure, demon.
A hard-fought battle, Commander. Well done.
Fume echoes detected. A prime seed is present below.
Excellent. We should recover it and move on as quickly as we can.
Victory. We are 1 step closer toward purging the bloom from our sector of all space. Ah yes, pawing through the spoils. We're able to get a level 7 Justicar. Ah, no thank you. Piety's Ashes, I'll sleep on that. Fidelis. Additional crit and inflict weakened. That is very interesting. I don't know if I want that though. The armor is the silver carapace. You're able to gain armor and health, tactical dreadnought. It's not that interesting. You get a lot of raw health and a lot of raw armor, but I don't know. There's more interesting armor pieces. Now here, a level 3 grenade. This is the first level 3 grenade I've ever seen. You gain smoke. All ranged attacks targeting from or into this hazard deal -4 damage. So you can completely cut off an enemy's firing vector with the blind grenade tier 3. I feel like you kind of have to try it. Let's grab it. And then the level ups. Interceptor was already maxed. And the kill went to Palamedes. He doesn't even promote. He just got most of the way to the next promotions. They really stretch it out to be able to get these final level ups.
Another strain is halted, and we now possess a second prime seed.
I admit, this path has succeeded. Yet these rituals are clearly taking a toll on you.
Update. I have performed a biodiagnostic on the Inquisitor. She remains within acceptable thresholds.
For now.
I am not some lab specimen. My exposure is a small price to defeat this enemy. Let us keep focused on the immediate threat.
Agreed.
Consensus. The Omnissiah rewards our aggression.
I am ready.
Man, I am starting to feel sorry for Vikir, putting her through all of this to be able to hunt down the Great Unclean Ones. Leave your predictions in the comments below. Do you think she is going to remain strong to the end, or is she going to fall to the corruption and be the twist final boss of the campaign? If you want to see what events led us up to this point, then all of our adventures in the campaign are already up on the channel. And if you want to see our continued adventures, then subscribe to the channel so that you can see when we advance it yet again. I have been pushing the campaign forward through a mix of videos and stream releases. We have 3 more Great Unclean Ones, and now we know they are all unique boss encounters. So I'm really looking forward to taking on all of these challenges. Until next time, thank you guys for watching and have a good one.